Welcome back, YouTube. Alright, here we are. I am Anthony with DragonMaster's Finds. We are here at a local thrift shop near me called Sloan's. We're going to be trying to look for some treasure in today's video, and you're going to see what I pick up at the end. I will do my sales comps as usual, and you see here we're walking in, checking out the electronics section at this store. I tried to be looking through some of the smaller electronics. I remember this day I didn't really want to be bringing home any really large objects. I failed at that, as you'll see at the end, and as you probably saw on my thumbnail. Took a look through some remotes there, some knickknacks and stuff here. I saw this Dragon Ball Z wallet I really wanted to pick up for myself, and I was here checking out some of the toys in the toy section. Toys here, I'm looking through all these horses. There's certain brands, Breyer comes to mind, of different stuff you want to look for when you're picking up toys. See some interesting stuff, some Spider-Mans, and that Spider Pig was kind of cool actually. I kind of like that. I see here this Barney, like VTech item. I end up picking that up. It actually wasn't too bad of an item to be picking up. And then you see here I'm gonna get attacked by this giant dinosaur! Crap! Here we are, we're walking through some more of the... I skipped by the clothes section. I see this Sonic the Hedgehog hat here. I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan, so is my son, so I was debating on if I wanted to pick it up for me or for him, or if I wanted to just resell it. And you see down here, we're looking through some of these cake pans. This company here, some of them can be very, very expensive, but for the most part, most of these aren't very good. Normally sell for about $2, maybe $3 a piece. Not really worth picking up. You see, we're coming around here through some glassware. I try not to pick up glassware. It's very fragile. It'll probably break while I'm trying to transport it in my car, but I see my favorite section, the media section. You all know that I love some media. Got this Rigoletto DVD here, it's kind of okay. And then this Picture Perfect. And then this Beyond the Rocks. Both of those were very expensive, but ironically the Rigoletto sold the fastest. It's already sold. See here, this giant chicken. I was going to make a dirty joke, but I decided not to. And we're walking through this store here, I believe is called Cat's Antiques in Bensalem, PA. Had just the most awesome selection of stuff. Just unfortunately, as I was looking around, it's not the best as far as trying to find stuff to resell. Seeing as there's multiple vendors that work in this store, and they're all also resellers. But it's very cool if you're a collector. And you see here they have these vintage Barbies down here. I did take a lot of time looking through all of these different sections. You see some keepsake Barbie ornaments and stuff like that. All very awesome stuff if you are a collector. Just a little bit hard to make some money on. I actually ended up cutting out about maybe 20-25 minutes worth of video here. And I see here some unique glass pieces. I actually find a bigger one of these later on. I thought about maybe picking them up. Carnival glass can be good. I just didn't really want to be bothered with trying to ship that. You see here a lot of Funko Pops. There's a lot of Funko Pops in the store in general if you're into collecting those. They're right by some Beanie Babies, ironically, because I feel like Funko Pops are going to be the new Beanie Babies. We have here this Doctor Who, I don't know exactly what it was. It's like some kind of container box. It had that little blue phone on top of it, which actually didn't go to it, but it did match very well, so that was good for them for sticking those together. I'm going through here some Legos, and I see this little Robin Hood from Disney Lego, and I almost picked that up just because I thought it was really awesome. This isn't actually an item that I missed. I might have to go back to this store. This is a Mimi Bobek figure from the Drew Carey show. Very cool item there. I didn't even know they made figures for that show. So yeah, I might want to go back and pick that up. Here's that larger one here. I see down here a lot of wrestling and more Funko Pops, a little robot. Some of these LJN figures, wrestling figures, can be very good. I know my buddy James would actually probably be pretty stoked to find some of those there. Now here I am, checking out some CDs. I'm always checking for CDs. I want to find that elusive Taylor Swift CD. Her first album sells for a lot of money. I come around the corner here and there's some very awesome collectibles. This giant Yoda and just more action figures and stuff like that. I am not very nostalgic as far as collecting stuff anymore. I used to have a really large toy collection. I just ended up having to get rid of it. So I do enjoy looking through some of this stuff. I see here I found some Care Bear stuffed animals. Some of these really vintage ones can do very well. I'm not sure which ones to always be looking out for. I tend to look them up. And I'm pretty sure in between here I've looked up a bunch of stuff, and like I said, the price wise they just didn't really match up for me. I see here some of these crystal like rock crystal things. That one was shaped like a cat. That one was pretty neat. I see one item right there that I'm going to actually be buying in this store. This camera right here. They had $8 on it. It seemed to be selling pretty decently, so I decided to take that with me. I do look through the store for a pretty long time. Like I said, there was multiple floors. Just didn't really seem worth it, to be honest with you, for the prices that I was looking for to make a difference. And picking stuff up here at this 2nd Avenue store. This is a local chain for us out here as far as thrift stores go. I don't actually record much of my picking up stuff here. I don't think I picked up very much. I picked up some speakers, and you'll see here in a moment I check out the video game section, and the video games are pretty bare as usual. But I do find this awesome find. Totally forgot to turn the camera on when I found this guy. This gigantic 48-inch FAO Schwartz Giraffe. There was a sold comp for $130 plus $150 shipping, so hopefully I can get something close to that. But he was only $10. Not too bad, I don't think. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with him. Where I'm gonna store him at. But he'll probably be in every video because he's probably just gonna sit in my kitchen. Alright. Alright guys, and we are finally back from our thrifting adventures today. We didn't pick up a ton of items. You'll see as you saw in the video, I didn't really pick that much up. Pickings were a little slim, but we also didn't spend a ton today, which is great, except for there were a few items that I wish were a little bit cheaper, just kind of the way it goes when you're thrifting. But we do have some really nice things, and we got a giant giraffe in the room, which you guys will see at the end. I don't think I recorded that part. I spotted it on my way out of the last thrift store, and there was just no way I could leave it behind. So I'll give you guys a closer look at that in a few minutes. So let's start off here. We've got this nice vintage snapback Sonic the Hedgehog baseball cap. Saw some sold listings for this exact one. They were kind of all over the place. I wasn't too worried. I'm not going to be too worried about coming in right around the $12 to $15 mark. You know, this one might take a little tape to it and, you know, get some fuzzies and stuff off, like stuff like that, but I thought it was a really nice hat. Might also check and see if my son wants it, but I don't know. It seems like it fits me, so I imagine that it would be a little too big for him. I don't know what this brand was called. Actually, you know, you'll see it in the comps that I throw up. But it's just this Barney, quote-unquote, interactive disc changer learning something or other. Like, that's the thing about reselling, is that you don't have to be an expert on everything you sell. Just know how to look up what things sell for, and then sell them for that amount of money, because that is what this is all about. This wasn't too bad. We got this at the first thrift store for $1.95. Okay, here we go. These Bose speakers, this is a very good brand to look out for. Bose stuff normally demands a premium. It's a very expensive and sought after brand. I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit about what we call, when you're doing sales comps, you want to be checking sell-through rate. This here has a very high sell-through rate. As you'll see when I show the comps, there are more of them sold than there are available to buy. So in this case, I believe there was about 70 or 80, and then about 280 sold. So if it was 70 listed and 70 sold, that would be 100% sell-through rate. But this is almost a 400% sell-through rate, which means that it should work its way through my eBay store very, very quickly. I did pay up for this, and the reason why I was willing to pay as much is because if they're working, I still have to test them. If they're working, then, you know, they will sell within a few weeks at most, and they go for about, I paid $20, they go for about $70-ish, give or take, plus shipping. We found this guy here. This is Hot Rockin' Fun Barbie and the Rockers, Derek. I don't know anything about Barbie. I saw this on a cart that hadn't been put out yet, and it had a barcode. So I took a shot and scanned it, and it looked like brand new. There were some recent solds for in like the $70 to $90 range. This box is open, but it does have all of his accessories, and accessories are very important when you guys are trying to sell anything that's open or has already been used. If it has, the more accessories it has, the more money you can demand for it. This obviously has the box, it has the accessories. The clothes are messed up, unfortunately. It comes here with a silver jacket, but the jacket has been eaten away over time, it looks like. You know, it has this weird, like, silver paint that covers the jacket, and that just has basically deteriorated. So I'll sell that. I'll say that in my description. But I'm going to try to go a little high on this and then see where the offers land and everything. I'm probably going to go, because it has the accessories, its microphone and guitar and all that stuff that always gets lost, I'm going to try to come in around 75, maybe a little bit lower, maybe, you know, just under the ones that are listed as brand new. This one was actually just an expensive DVD. I found it. It was all these DVDs here. Cost me $1 a piece. This one here, I looked that up, and it looks like in brand new condition, sealed. Should go for around $50-$55 plus shipping. We have this DVD here, Rigoletto. Again, you know, like I said, I'm not always interested in, like, say, watching the items that like, if I buy movies or something like that, I'm not always interested in watching them. But this is another great example of what is available versus what's sold. So I believe that this is a 200% sell-through rate. I would have to double check. I don't have the numbers right off the top of my head, but I do know it was either 200 or something like, there's 100 listed, there's 130 sold. Like, you know, it's better than 100%, which means that it will sell relatively quickly. The last DVD here is this Picture Perfect, also brand new and sealed. That's all I was going after today, was just new and sealed stuff, just to save myself time. I didn't want to dig through entire movie sections at the stores, and trust me, I do that a lot, but I wanted to move through multiple stores quickly. So this Picture Perfect DVD, there are, I believe, 3 or 4 sold comps, anywhere like between 3 and 5. Of all used condition, and then all of the new listed ones are $50 plus shipping, if not a little bit more.
At least all the ones that had pictures. There's one up here that doesn't have a picture, and I'm like, that guy's never going to sell it. So what I'll do is I will go to whatever the lowest price is, and I will undercut that price. And that is how I will move this when it does eventually move. So that means that if all the ones that are listed are $50, I will list mine for $45. I will be the lowest available when somebody goes to search for it. And it's popular enough that, you know, there's been 3 sold within the last 90 days. It's not a ton, but it's still really good money, and stuff like that is what keeps the store going. We have here this Olympus Pen EE film camera. Looks like it was in really good shape. I'll probably do a little bit of testing on it just to make sure all the buttons and everything like that work. But I think I forgot to do a sold comp for it. But by the time you're hearing this voiceover, there will be a sold comp on the screen. I believe it should get somewhere between 50 and 80, and we paid about $8 for it, so that was a pretty good pickup. And then here we go with another sold comp, like, you know, another sold ratio of about 100%. True Religion jeans. True Religion is a big brand to look out for. If you can find these at yard sales and garage sales and stuff like that, like, just pick them up. Especially if they're marked really cheap. It starts to get a little fuzzy and probably about the $10 and up range. These were about $11 at one of my thrift stores. I don't even know if I got it on camera. I got to admit, searching for clothes is really, really boring, and it's really boring to watch because this was all I found out of all of the clothes that I looked through today. And I wouldn't bore you guys with that type of material of you watching me dig through shirts. Maybe when I switch from using my phone to record to using my body cam, I might start doing that. But for the most part, like I said, like, clothes is my least favorite category. I know that there's a ton of money in it. Just because there's a ton of money in it does not mean that I really want to be bothered with it. But I spotted these while I was looking through. I was actually looking through the jeans trying to find vintage Levi's that on the tag of the Levi's, which, let's just say these were, there would be a little red tag on the side, and you look at it and it would spell the word Levi's. If the letter E in that little tag is capitalized, they are very rare. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. I'm just here to make money. So, as you can see, guys, oh, hold on one second. This ginormous monster here is an FAO Schwarz Toys R Us exclusive Giraffe plush. There was only one sold comp I found when I was trying to look up FAO Schwarz Giraffe for this exact monstrosity. But it had sold for, I believe it was $110. But it sold for what I believe was $110 plus $125 shipping. And as massive as it is, I'm sure that it won't actually cost that much money to ship it. So I will actually be able to make a little bit of profit off the shipping alone. I don't know exactly how I will ship this. It is excessively large. There's actually, like, it feels like there's metal rods or something inside, like a wire frame. It's very sturdy. I cannot bend it. So I imagine I just have to find a whole box that is, you know, this big. So that'd be a little ridiculous to do, but I couldn't leave this behind for only $10. So yes, now officially that is everything that we picked up today. So I just want to thank you guys for coming along on these little journeys with me. It does mean a lot. I know these videos don't get a ton of views, but hopefully we can change that. You know, if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like and subscribing, that would actually really help out. All right, well, you guys have a great rest of your week. Talk to you later.